Once, Superman stood as an unshakable symbol of hope, a hero above politics. But in 2021, news broke that Ta-Nehisi Coates, author of Between the World and Me and Black Panther comics, was writing a new Superman film with Abrams producing. Unusually, this Superman would be black and set during the Civil Rights era. Fans online buzzed with excitement at the prospect of a fresh twist on the Man of Steel. Then came the shock. In April 2022, a newly installed CEO, David Zaslav, reportedly killed the project, calling Coates' script too woke. Suddenly, Superman's future was in question. Not with aliens or villains, but boardroom politics and culture wars. Let's rewind to 2021. Warner Brothers announced Coates was penning a Black Superman film produced by Abrams. Coates, a respected writer who had even scripted Black Panther comics, would reimagine Superman in a 20th century period piece. The plan was for an Elseworld story, which in other words means its own pocket universe, so as not to overwrite Clark Kent's canon. At the time, studios were hunting for a black actor and director for the film. Rumors swirled of names like Michael B. Jordan, though nothing was official. In short, the project had serious talent attached and stirred big hopes for representation. But then, Warner Brothers and Discovery merged, and in 2022, Zaslav took charge. The tidbits revealed in a business profile of DC Studios shocked fans. Gizmodo reported that Zaslav had actually turned down a script for a Black Superman movie in 2022 because he felt it was too woke. In other words, during DC's crisis period, when the studio was scrambling to fix its shaky cinematic universe, a bold, socially conscious story was spiked by executives. The public tension was clear. Some saw this as a corporate prudence, others as a knee-jerk reaction against diversity. So what does this mean? Superman was created in 1938 by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster as a champion of the oppressed. His core was about an alien outsider upholding small-town American ideals and defending those in need. In that sense, Superman's identity was never really about race. It was about moral character and hope. Critics of the cancelled project argued that shifting Superman's race retrofits modern politics onto him. In their view, making Superman black turns the story into a message-driven period piece, which might feel forced to long-time fans. Supporters countered that comic book universes have always played with legacy heroes and Elseworlds. After all, DC's comic already introduced black Kryptonians like Val-Zod and heroes like John Henry, who took up Superman's mantle. James Gunn, DC's studio co-head, later said he hadn't ruled out a black Superman entirely, suggesting it could still appear as an Elseworld-style film. He stressed it would be totally unrelated to his own Superman movie and might happen if the timing is right. But Gunn's current focus is a slimmed-down DC slate and a classic Superman reboot, which was released in 2025 with David Corenswet. That film itself has had mixed reviews and already entered the cultural conversation. So the Black Superman idea is at best on hold and perhaps left to fans' debate for now. This debate reflects a bigger split in the fan base. On one side, some fans see the cancellation as a missed opportunity, a chance to tell new stories and reach undeserved audiences. They point out that original black characters can wear the cape instead, but why not Superman himself? On the other side, some die-hard traditionalists feel that Superman should stay as he is, a Kryptonian immigrant with a classic all-American vibe. They worry that changing his race could alienate people and generate backlash. So guys, who is right? Will a black Superman unite or divide fans? The truth is probably both. But for me, creating fresh heroes avoids altering the core myth of Superman, which could be a smarter strategy for uniting rather than dividing fans. In the end, audiences want a soaring Superman story, but got an unexpected tale of corporate maneuvering. The result was disappointment mixed with heated debates. So guys, what do you think? If you could design a new Kryptonian hero with powers like Superman but a fresh cultural backstory, what would they be? Would they unite fans or stir controversy? Let me know in the comments. For now, Superman's legacy stays rooted in his original mythos. The Black Superman project may have crashed, but the conversation it started about representation versus tradition is very much alive.